Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank y'all so much for joining me back on my channel, Hidden Alchemy by Sade. And if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm a digital content creator in holistic wellness. I create content for yoga, meditation, breathwork, astrology, many other things, as well as podcasting. So definitely check out some of my work if you haven't already. For today's episode, we are diving deep into the Pluto and Aquarius transit that will be happening on January 20th. Now, if you've been watching me for some time, you saw last year in March, I created a Pluto and Aquarius video for when Pluto first transited into the sign of Aquarius. Now, Pluto was in the sign of Aquarius for just about 3 months before going back into the sign of Capricorn. Now Pluto is going back into the sign of Aquarius, this time until September, then going back into the sign of Capricorn until November. And then from there, we will officially enter the Pluto and Aquarius age, where we will have Pluto and Aquarius until 2044. So it is really, truly an amazing time to really be alive right now and to really just be a young person growing up in the Pluto and Capricorn age, where we had the '08 crash and had to really redevelop the financial system here in the States. Now we are moving into such a golden era of being, of moving, of living as a collective, and things are truly going to change and be really revolutionary in these next 20 years. Now, before I dive deep into this Pluto and Aquarius video, just to give you a little backstory, if you have not seen any of my videos on the planet Pluto and what it represents in astrology, as well as the sign of Capricorn and Aquarius, go ahead to my channel and check out some of those videos just so you have a deeper understanding before watching this content. Now, Pluto in Aquarius. This is going to be very important for folks who have their rising in the sign of Aquarius, their moon in Aquarius, as well as their sun sign in Aquarius, because y'all are really going through, on a personal level, such a transformative time for the next 20 years. And the thing about Pluto is such a slow moving planet. It's going to take 20 years for Pluto to really get through Aquarius. It's not going to be change that you're going to feel immediately. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be true for everyone. If you are a person who was born in the earlier side of Aquarius season, which is January 21st, then you might really be feeling this shift right now, because as I'm recording this video, Pluto is currently at 29 degrees Capricorn. So if you are a person born in the earlier half of Aquarius, you probably are feeling this tension of an old part of yourself really crumbling and dying and entering into a new part of yourself that you might not have really even dived into. Reason being, Pluto is the planet that rules destruction, but it also rules diving deep underneath to see what has been hidden. So for people on a personal level, if you are a person with strong Aquarian energy, there might be aspects of yourself that have been so hidden from you because you haven't had that dark night of the soul moment where you really have to go into darkness to see what you're truly made of. So these aspects of yourself have probably been hidden, and now with Pluto transiting your Aquarius energy, you are moving into a brand new way of being. Now, if you want to figure out how this is going to affect you personally, head over to my website. I'll leave the link down below, and we can schedule a one-on-one reading where you can see how this shift is going to really affect you for the next 20 years to come. Now, diving into how this is going to affect the collective. I am really excited about this shift. I have my 10th house in the sign of Aquarius. So really moving into a whole new workspace for myself, way of working, technologically creating content, right? As a collective, with Pluto moving into Aquarius, expect there to be an increase in content creation. Why is that? Aquarius rules technology. It rules the intellect, and it rules connecting to your tribe and the collective. Now that we have this easy access to technology, now that people can really just put a camera in front of their face, get a microphone off of Amazon or TikTok or wherever, and really speak about things that they care about, it's really going to be such an important time and a rise in technology, content creation. Expect to see a lot more YouTubers, expect to see a lot more TikTokers, and really expect there to be an explosion of new technological advancements that really might blow our mind. Think about the things that we are currently aware of, which is like AI and chat GPT. That's barely hitting the surface, because think about it. Pluto right now is still in Capricorn, and it's going to go back into Capricorn in September. So for the next 20 years, technology is going to take off in ways that we might not be able to mentally fathom right now. But if you come back to my video in 2044, let's say, you will be able to see how much things have changed and are going to change along with these next 20 years. Now, as well as Pluto moving into Aquarius, I do see there being a rise in collective energy. And what I mean by that is Pluto rules power, and it rules power struggles. Because we are leaving Capricorn, Capricorn rules the patriarchy, it rules supremacy, it rules the top down paradigm, right? Of the CEO maintaining their millions while workers maintain making pennies. There's going to be a rise and a revolution of the people coming up and destroying this old economic system that does not allow people to thrive. Okay. And if you are not noticing it wherever you are in the world, because this is not just going to affect, for me, I'm in New York on the East Coast. It's not just going to affect East Coasters, it's going to affect us all around the world. The collective system and the old paradigm of the ways we dealt with finance, the ways we dealt with institutions, the ways we dealt with systems and rules, those structures are crumbling. And we are moving into a brand new way of living amongst each other as a collective and finding our tribe of people. So, what that also says to me is that there is going to be a rise and a revolution of the power coming back to the people and really starting to move further and further away from politics as well as government. Now, another thing that's going to be in the fall as Pluto moves into Aquarius is the notion of celebrity. And this is something I am really, really excited about, because I really don't care about celebrity life that much. I love the videos and the fashion, the music, enjoy all of that. But to really care about the life of a celebrity, I really don't care that much. And all of the celebrity is going to be, I think, one of the greatest thing that happens to society, because it's going to take our attention off of focusing on other people that are living a false life. And the reason why I say living a false life is if you are listening to what's going on in the media pertaining to Hollywood and pertaining to the entertainment industry, there are a lot of people coming out and coming public with what's going on behind the scenes. Now, remember what I said at the beginning half of the video. Pluto rules what's going on underneath the surface that we are trying to hide. People are coming forward and discussing really what's going on in Hollywood. And I mean, I've known of these things forever. But with the rise of technology, more and more people are able to get their word out to the masses even quicker. So, with this information now coming to the public, we are now seeing that the Hollywood life, the entertainment life, is really not what it seems. You got to do all these things to even just be around certain types of people. And a lot of these celebrities are broke. They don't have as much money as they pretend to have. And Pluto in Aquarius is really going to shine so much light on that and push us away from focusing on celebrity and instead focusing on ourselves and the tribe that we can connect to based off of how we relate and based off of intelligence. Because Aquarius is all about intellect, idea sharing, and building within your community to bring something to humanity. Aquarius is all about humanitarian efforts that allow the lives of people to be enjoyable and to continue to grow and thrive in society. Right now, the system that we have been living off of for the past 15 years of Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, that system is failing, and people are in deep want and need for something new, something that will allow people to live and sustain. Now, another thing that's going to be on the rise with Pluto and Aquarius is spirituality as well as consciousness. Okay, we are moving into the era of the intellect. It's not about rules passed down from other people necessarily. We're going to take things that we need to take from Pluto and Capricorn. We're going to let go of everything else that we don't need, and we're going to move into our own ways of believing, own ways of thinking. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and modernly ruled by Uranus, which is the planet that deals with futuristic thinking and moving us forward into the future. So now that we are going to be in this Pluto and Aquarian energy, expect there to be a lot more rise in spirituality as well as just higher levels of consciousness. And with Saturn being in Pisces, we're moving away from this aspect of religion and moving closer to our personal belief systems, our spiritual beliefs, and the things that we just know on an intuitive level. So notice if the people around you are diving deeper into astrology, diving deeper into crystals, into yoga, into meditation, right? Finding better ways of sustaining and living at peace in society. That is really the Aquarian energy. Aquarius just wants everyone to get along, everyone to have a good time, right? And everyone to live a life that they are comfortable living and that they are happy living. And I can honestly say, towards the end of this Pluto and Capricorn transit, with watching the system fall, there is just an uproar of more and more people just speaking out about how life is just not sustainable in certain parts of the world anymore. And Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring a major shift and a major change to that. Now, because Aquarius rules technology, let's dive into some darker aspects of this Pluto and Aquarius transit. Because Aquarius rules technology, and because Pluto rules power and power struggles, become more aware of the use of technology to shift the mind of the masses, but also to control the mind of the masses and also to control identity. Because we are moving into this deep technological age, a lot of what we do is on our phones. A lot of what we do is in the cloud, right? The iCloud, the Apple cloud, the iCloud, whatever cloud. A lot of the things that we save, we back it up to this imaginary technological storage unit. Because we are moving into this Aquarian energy and Pluto is a little bit on the dark side, bring back the notion of saving your work on a disk drive or I wouldn't say a floppy drive because we don't even have computers that have the floppy disk entrance, but definitely a USB port or some physical, tangible item that you can back your work up on, because expect there to be more leaks, expect there to be more invasion of the digital privacy, the cloud privacy, which can affect identity theft and it can affect intellectual property. Remember, Aquarius is about the intellect, right? So if you're saving all of your content and you're saving all of your work on these imaginary devices that we cannot see, expect there to be more and more theft, more and more break-ins and breach of information, as well as identity and intellectual property. Now, something that's going to be extremely exciting for this Pluto and Aquarius transit is expect the rise of entrepreneurship. Okay. Again, with the fall of the Capricorn system, the old structure, the old supremacy way of working, of making money, we are moving into an age of the entrepreneur thanks to technology, because people have been able to see that you can literally make money from anywhere. You don't necessarily have to go to a job to make money, and you definitely don't need to clock in from 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 work culture is dying, and more people are moving towards entrepreneurship as well as doing work in other parts of the world. Aquarius rules the collective energy around the world, not just in your hometown, not just in your state, not just in your country. It's around the world. So more and more people are going to have access to creating their own work, creating their own work-life balance, and creating the environment that they want for themselves as they work. And with the rise of technology, we are going to be using a lot more AI, a lot more chat GBT, and all the other technical advances to come to assist us with our work so that we can have more time to do other things. And that's the benefit of technology and the increase in technology. I know a lot of people are nervous as to technology really taking over. But if you use it for your advantage, you can use different types of technological apps or AI to help you in other areas so that you have more time to do other things. A perfect example of that is when you use Uber to get your grocery. We didn't have that just 10 years ago, right? But now you can literally have another being through an app gather your groceries, gather your food, and bring them to your door, which saves you at least easily maybe an hour or an hour and a half in totality. So it allows you more time to do something else. So there's so many positive and benefits that can happen with this increase in technology. And of course, there's also going to be some negative aspects. However, all in all, this transit is going to be very transformative and very revolutionary. It's a great time to be alive as a young person. It's a great time to be alive any age that you are, but definitely as a young person, it's like we really get to see the crumbling of the old world that we were brought up in and have this optimism for something new. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to come. But if you study past history, when we had Pluto in Aquarius, it was during the French Revolution, during the American Revolution, during those times where it was an uproar and a whole new way of being and living in the world. So, with that being said, we can definitely expect that now that Pluto is back in Aquarius, we are going to have a whole new way of being, a whole new way of living, and we are going to completely transform because Pluto rules transformation, destruction, but most importantly, rebirth and revitalization.